Hi, everyone. Welcome again to another episode of Pause for Clarity. This is the platform where I will be sharing some advice and where I will be telling you more about neuro life coaching. And then, of course, you can ask your questions here and what topics you would like to discuss. So, today's topic is regrets. I want to talk about regret today, and I know that this might be a heavy topic for you because maybe you feel like you have regrets, that you walk around with shame about something that you've done, or maybe you regret that you didn't work hard enough when you were younger, or that you didn't apply yourself better, or maybe you regret that a certain event in your life, or maybe you regret the house that you were brought into, or maybe you regret not being further in your life right now. So, so what does a person's life look like when they live with regret? So I think that person is probably angry with themselves. I think that person is probably sad. I think that person tends to be depressive. I think that that person has got a negative perception in life. I think that the person probably doubts their own ability, and they probably sit with some shame or some guilt. I think that they feel stuck in their past or whatever happened or whatever events occurred in that time. So, in other words, I guess that this person is actually feeling stuck because they are holding on to something which they cannot let go. And which means that they cannot move forward, because if you hold on to something, you can't move forward. So, today I want to ask you, where can you pause and where can you think about what are you regretting in your life? What is keeping you stuck? What is holding you back? Or maybe what can you not let go of? Because could it be resentment? We tend to resent people, or we tend to resent experiences where we aren't true to ourselves. That is where resentment comes from. So the question is, where are you not true to yourself? Or when are you not true to yourself? Or do you even know why you are not true to yourself? Or what can you not let go of? So, what stories are you telling yourself on repeat the whole time? And what is stealing your peace? Because what resentment does is it is actually trying to prove yourself right. That is your ego, which means that is your limiting belief. So, here is something that I want to share with you to shine the light a little bit on regret for you. And that is a question that I want to ask you is, what will your life story look like on your deathbed? So I know this is a very morbid thought, but it is an important one though. I actually want to read to you a documented article that a nurse wrote of the top 5 regrets that people had when they were terminally ill. And this is what they said in their deathbed. At number 1, the top regret was living for other people. Living to others' expectations, not living a life true to myself. My regret is having unfulfilled dreams, things I wanted, dreamed of, but never pursued, knowing that I had a choice. Most of them said I never fulfilled my dreams. And what I think that what most people don't realize is that we still get a chance to do this while we have our health. Then the second regret is working all the time. I regret that I wasn't there for my kids. I could have done more. I regret companionship with my partner. I should have been there, more present. I feel like I've missed my children's youth. Time is passing by all the time. So the question is, what are you doing in this season of your life? We all have a to-do list, but what about a want list? And then regret number 3. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Living a life true to who I am, living a life without bitterness and resenting people around me. I had so much resentment all the time. I wish I stayed true to myself. So, who needs to hear your heart? If you don't have somebody that you can talk to, start your own Dear Diary journal, because that is a starting point for you to share what is really in your heart. Then, regret number 4. I wish I stayed in touch with my friends, giving my friends the time that they deserve. We are born into relationships, and don't underestimate the feeling of being connected to other people, because that is where the power lies. We are made for connection. We are wired that way. And then regret number 5, I wish I'd let myself be happier. I should have played more, danced more, lived more. Many people don't realize that the happiness is a choice. You can find happiness every day when you are focusing on it. And where do you start? Being grateful. So, what are 5 things that you are grateful for today? You can start them, write them down. Every day you can add, because as your focus changes, as your focus, shifts to being grateful, you are going to find your happiness. We all stay stuck in our comfort zones, but it's not that comfortable. And our true nature is to be happy, to feel light, to feel abundance. That is our true nature. And here's the thing, we still get to do that. We still have a chance. So the question is, what are you doing with your life? And I really want you to think about this. Because if I had to ask you to give me 3 things that you want to accomplish in this year, would it be easy for you to name them, or would it be difficult for you? So if you need a change in your life, if you need some inspiration back into your life, if you need to start living again, and if you need a life, there is no better way to get to it than to start to change your focus. What do you want for your life? What are your dreams? What are your goals? I want to take my kids to Disney World. I want to start that business. I want to start that NPO. I want to grow my own vegetables in my garden. I want to write that book. I want to fill in the blank. What is it that you want for your life? So the question is, where is your focus? Are you focusing on the regrets or on the unfairness of what happened to you? Or maybe you are focusing on the what ifs, right? Because living with regrets means that you are living in your past. Can you go back to your past? No. Can you change what happened in your past? No. Can you accept your past? That might be a little bit more difficult, right? But I want to encourage you to pause there. Feel what you need to feel. Sit with the pain. Sit with the discomfort. I know you don't want to, but that is where you will come to terms with what happened to you. Because guess what? That thing, whatever it is for you, it happened. And it happened to you. And it happened in the way that it did to you. And you cannot change that. You can't go back. You can't change it, but it happened. And don't you miss being creative? Don't you miss waking up with inspiration for your day? Don't you miss having fulfillment in your life? So one of my quotes are, if something isn't working, something needs to change. What is it for you? Start with changing your focus. The past happened. It is in the past. You can't change it. You can't go back. But you can change your future, because we all have choices. You only have 2 choices. You can either stay where you are right now. You can stay in the suffering of what should have happened, what didn't happen, what am I regretting, keeping you stuck. Or you've got the choice where you need to still suffer by breaking out of where you are now, by breaking out of this prison and choosing a life that you want and that you deserve. And if you need help with that, I have an 8-week online self-help to clarity program coming up. You can read books. You can watch videos. There is a lot of help out there. And what you put in is what you are getting out. So I'm going to leave you with this last quote, and that is, Work harder on yourself than on anything else, because the rest will follow. Don't wait for your deathbed to add one of these 5 regrets to your list, because you have a choice. You have a choice. You have a chance. You have your whole life waiting for you. We are all possibility. We are abundance. We are already. It's there. You just need to access that in your life. And there is just stuff that happened to you. It is stuff that is dragging you down. It is holding you back. You can get past it. And you have a whole world waiting for you out there. And you get a chance to choose that for you, for yourself. So again, I want to ask you, I want to encourage you, send me questions that you have, send me topics that you want me to discuss, and I will gladly do that. You can send it to this link, askforclarity@clarityworks.co.za, and I will see you next Monday.